Hey guys, let me welcome you back to the channel. My name's Justin and you're watching Survival Mindset. Yes, we're in the garden today. This is my first garden video of 2018. I've been really busy lately. I usually show my plants from the start when they're really small. I raise all my plants by seed. Also, a vegetable garden is a way of survival. It's a prepper's way of living. You can prep many of different foods off of all the plants that you're growing for many of years. They're going to last you a long time. Now, I have some recipes that I have done with many of different vegetables, and this year alone I'm going to be pumping out a couple videos with some of the vegetables that I'm using out here in my garden to create an awesome meal. So if you're into all that and you're into gardening, stick around for the video. I already have harvested many plants such as radishes, onions, green peppers, red peppers, artichokes, asparagus, and like I said, I've already used the asparagus I think in a couple videos and the onions in a couple of videos. I have smoked many of foods with those vegetables, and I highly urge you guys to get out and enjoy the outdoors. If you got a spot for a garden, I would recommend you guys to start off slow and go big from there on out. I mean, a garden is just a wonderful thing with prices so high with vegetables right now. At the supermarket, you're just paying an arm and a leg when a garden pretty much costs you nothing. And a lot of people wonder if I use special soils. No, my plants are straight in the dirt. I do use fertilizer on my plants to make them grow, of course. And another thing here, we're out in sunny California right now. It's 104 out at 11 o'clock right now. So yes, a lot of times you do have to water your plants once or twice a day, usually twice a day when it's over 100 degrees. So yes, my plants are growing nice. Let's take a look at everything I have in this garden. And like I said before, I have picked many of vegetables already, and the plants are no longer in the ground, or there's just stumps in the ground. So let's look at these right now. This is basically my flower area right here. So I got many of different flowers, and look at that, there's a zombie in my garden right now. Holy smokes. So yeah, these are all the flowers I do have. We got some Hawaiian tropic flowers. I don't know if you guys have seen those, but these grow pretty tall, you know, anywhere from 4 to 6 feet. So I really like those. We got some baby bell sunflowers. These only grow a foot, and this many of different flowers in this whole entire area here. So these are my tomato plants right here. As you guys can see, they're pretty tall right now. They still got quite a few feet to grow, and I've topped all these tomato plants. Now when you top a tomato plant, that means you cut the tips off the plant so they bush out and full like this. So this is all the tomato plants I do have. Yes, I have had red tomatoes on 4th of July. I got a few red ones down here that I could show you right now. So there's one right there, and there's another one right there. So yeah, we do have red tomatoes. I'll have quite a few pounds of tomatoes this year. So these tomatoes right here in the front are gonna be growing pretty big. They'll be 3 inches to 4 inches in diameter. They'll be solid beefy tomatoes all the way around. And here, I'll show you another angle that I do have on these right here. So I got those 4 right there that are basically for sandwiches. Now I do have a cherry tomato plant, which is right here. So we're looking at the cherry tomato plant. This is excellent for salads or any Bloody Marys that you're gonna make. Now over here, I got a really late start on the cucumbers. Okay, so these aren't just green cucumbers. These are gonna be the lemon cucumbers. So they look like a lemon. They kind of taste like a lemon as well. So I got nice, rich, green, vibrant leaves on these. Same thing with the tomatoes. So these aren't that big. I always like sticking these in a tomato cage because they grow right up the tomato cage, you know. By the time I harvest these, they'll be, you know, above the tomato cage. Right here I got a bunch of bamboo plants. You can dig bamboo up. You can start it in these pots down here and replant them all over your property. Bamboo creates a nice border around the yard. So my border is looking like this right here. So I dig these up every year and plant them in pots and plant more bamboo. So I got privacy all over the place. Here we're looking at some more flowers, okay? And we do have some baby bell sunflowers right here. And the baby bell sunflowers only get a foot tall. So that's how tall they are. And that's their yield right there. They're just nice sunflowers to look at. They're not going to produce no seeds or anything like that. Now I've already harvested the artichokes right here. I harvested them in March and April. I'm not going to get no more. This plant just happened to get a few more artichokes on it. So this is a baby artichoke compared to the ones that I used in my smoke when I smoked some foods. We had artichokes with our dinner and they were delicious. Right now we're looking at some zucchini right here. I got a row of 3. Usually I go a lot bigger than that, but that's all I did this year because I've been so busy. I only got a few plants in the ground of everything. So yeah, the zucchini is going to be awesome because I'm going to have like a thing called zucchini boats. I'll feature them in a video, in an upcoming video that I do have. So this is the zucchini right here, and yes, there's been plenty of zucchini on here. I already harvested, and you got all these ones with the yellow flowers down there. Those are all going to be zucchinis basically, and I can show you a zucchini right now. I don't know how well it's picking up on camera, but yes, that's one of my zucchinis. And like I said, I already harvested a bunch of zucchinis and everything, but we are going to harvest some more and have a delicious meal with those. And the zucchini boats that I show you, stick around for the upcoming video that I have out soon. What we're looking at is a trellis. This is like a teepee. You can make any kind of shelter out of any kind of bamboo or teepee, but instead I got some Kentucky pole beans on here. So it's layered all around this teepee, so it's gonna climb clear to the top. The top's about 10 feet high to 11 feet. There's some already reaching almost 10 feet right now. So the Kentucky pole beans are just doing awesome all the way around. They got a couple little flowers and blooms on them right now, as you guys can see. So all those flowers are going to be Kentucky pole beans. It's all over the place. And then over here we do have some more cucumbers. These are going to be the green cucumbers. Like I keep saying, I've been really busy, so I only planted 2 of those, and I planted them late in the season. So yeah, a couple of them do have some yellow bloom flowers on them, where all the cucumbers are going to burst right out of that branch right there. And yeah, look at the green vibrant leaves I have on these. It's amazing. Now we're looking at the sunflowers. Now these aren't the gigantic sunflowers that I normally grow. I didn't plant none of them this year. I just wanted to try something different, a different kind of strain in sunflowers. So all these are sunflowers, and these grow only 4 to 6 feet tall. And I can show you right now that we do have some already close to harvest. Now there's a lot of bees that pollinate your garden. That's why I prefer putting a lot of sunflowers in the garden. It's really good. They bring out butterflies too, and all the good bugs. And when you got bad bugs in your garden, sunflowers are awesome because all the good bugs kill the bad bugs. Now here we're looking at the corn, okay guys. So I only got 3 rows of corn right here in the garden this year because I've just been so busy. And so we got 3 rows of corn. Each corn plant produces about 2 ears of corn, sometimes 3 or 4. It all depends. Now these are 6 foot tall right now. They'll probably reach up to 8 feet tall. So I'm standing level with the camera right now, and this is about 6 feet right here. They're a little over 6 feet, as you guys can see. So here's the row of corn that we do have. Now I just pulled a bunch of weeds the other day and everything, so yeah, I got all the weeds out of the garden, so that's a good thing. You know, it lets your plants get every ounce of water that it needs. So yeah, that's the size of the corn. I'm happy with how far it came along so far, and harvest should be like in August, so those suckers will be 8 feet tall. Now we just have a few flowers left in this section. Like I said, a lot of things already bloomed or I already harvested. So yeah, more Hawaiian tropic flowers. We got a heavenly bamboo plant right here. Now my wife got this flower, I can't remember the name of it, but it's more like a ground cover, which is really nice. Here's a full-size sunflower plant right here. As you guys can see, it's about 8 feet right now, so it's not that tall. It's in a really bad part of the ground right here. It's just right up against this border, as you guys can see, so it doesn't have room for the root system to grow at all. But yeah, it's 8 feet, so pretty impressive. And this is the only tall sunflower I planted this year. Here's what my bamboo looks like up close. I was showing you that earlier in the video. So yeah, we got tons of bamboo. I mean, some of this bamboo is this towering 25 feet tall. And I do have a lot of bamboo out this way and all through my whole entire property, around this whole area right here. Now we're in a shady part of the garden. This is just a big old flower bed, just with like wild grown strawberries in here. These aren't edible strawberries at all. They're just wildly grown, but just a bunch of flowers. It looks good around the property. We got several flower beds in the front and the backyard here. So yeah, everything's looking really good. Here we're looking at a tomato that's just on the edge of my deck right here, and it's growing a lot of tomatoes now. It doesn't have that much room to grow in this little 8-inch pot, but look at all the tomatoes that it's producing. It's producing really nice sized tomatoes. I think there's a red one right there, so yeah, that's a baby red one right there. And look at the size of these. Now we're over by the pool area. So we do have a grape plant right here, and it's towering pretty tall. Now I could extend the stick out another 10 feet and it would grow right up the stick. So yeah, look at the size of the grapes right here. We got good sized grapes in this grape plant right here. Grapes are always good. You can make wines out of them. You can use them in smoothies or what have you. Well, this is pretty much going to wrap it up in the garden. This is the garden of 2018 Survival Mindsets property here. I'm glad you guys stopped by to take a peek at it. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Just drop a comment down below in that comment box, and I'll be more than glad to help you out. I've been doing this for many of years. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this isn't no extravaganza garden like I normally have. I've just been really busy, so I only planted a few plants out here in the fields. Way out in the fields, I do have vegetable plants, and you know, I got fruits out there too as well. I didn't even show you that. I got apples, oranges, I got cherries, let's see, peaches, and a whole lot more. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I highly urge you guys to hit that red button. Also hit that bell, ding ding ding, ring that bell. It'll notify you of all my newest upcoming videos that I do publish. I publish like 5 videos a week. So yeah, I got a wide variety. I'm into survival, bushcraft, camping, and loads of gear reviews. I want to thank you for tuning in, and you're watching Survival Mindset. Have a wonderful afternoon. Peace out.